Formidable. Owen Mulligan scored a great goal the last day here in Casement. Can he do it again? Down. Surprisingly, won the toss. That wasn't surprising, but what was surprising was their choice. They decided to play against the wind in the opening 35 minutes. Crossfield ball is superbly gathered by Conor McGinn. He needs a little bit of support outside. He has it readily in the shape and form of Mark Poland. Second attempt at goals is a successful one. Centre half forward Mark Poland opens up the scoring in Casement Park in this Ulster semi-final with a point just after a minute of action.
It was a very difficult angle. That's a great opening for Poland. Not easy at all. Took it on his right.
This again, laying it back far as Benny Coulter. They work the ball out, they retain possession. Calling for it over this side is Kevin McKernan. Dropping it in. There's a chance here of another score. It's hit right on the meat, and Ambrose Rogers puts his name on the score sheet, despite the fact that Down are playing against the wind, and it's fairly strong here in Andersonstown in a suburb of Belfast. Down have started brightly.
Certainly have, and they're pushing forward and very patient, carving out the opening there.
Tyrone have their stars as well, of course. Under 21 All-Ireland medalists from 9 years ago. It's Martin Penrose. Choice for the last 4 years. Almost gathered cleanly. The breaking ball picked up by Mark Poland. Towards Martin Clark. In towards Danny Hughes. Pretty lively bundle of energy, Danny Hughes, wearing number 10. Keep an eye out for him. Calum King lays it back. Tyrone's defensive wall across, but Down maintained their composure, and they were well able to take a kick from way out the field. That is Dan Gordon. That scores Down's third point in this particular match. And certainly they've produced a goal forward, have now all scored from play. Interesting, to say the least, particularly if it continues. Crossfield ball is aimed at Gormley, who has actually taken up responsibility at centre half back. Many thought he'd be marking Martin Clark. Here's a response from Tyrone. A white flag going to be raised off the boot of Captain Brian Dooher. This has all the ingredients of a quality match.
Marty, a very smart play there by the Tyrone number 4, Dermot Carlin. He was in open country, could have kicked it over himself. He's a defender. He got it to the shooters, got it in the game already.
That's kicked neatly without any fuss over the crossbar. Kick out again, considering there's quite a strong breeze. It's just inside the down half of the field. Well gathered by Kevin McKernan. Good combination play. The referee is down on the deck as well. Daniel Hughes. It's Dan Gordon just fouled there. The referee was back in his...
Playing football maybe off the cuff as they used to.
Martin Clark puts his name on the score sheet for the very first time. Going for his second point. Replace ball. It's a successful attempt. Takes it quickly, far as Owen Mulligan. Brian Dooher's gone inside. Philip Jordan comes up into the attack, lays off a ball to Dooher. It sneaks off the post. It brushes off the post, in fact, and that's the Tyrone captain's second point. But a real classy effort.
Yeah, and that's from the opposite side now of the field. Got the last one on the right on a cute angle. That one, he has the breeze helping, but it's still a terrific strike.
Popping one back, far as Declan Rooney. He initiated the move earlier at right corner back. That's a good ball inside. Far as Coulter. Here's a chance for Ambrose Rogers on the right side of the boot, and that's the big midfielder's second point of the match. He's playing well, Ambrose Rogers. Son of the late, great Ambrose. 25-year-old, 6'2". Sean Kavanagh has a lovely strike of a ball. Centre half forward on the Down team that won the All-Ireland back in 2005. This one just switching it over to his colleague in the full back line. Long ball down towards Martin Clark. Gets a touch on, a vital touch to Mark Poland. Clark has gone inside, but coming through the middle is Rogers. There's a chance here. It's the right man. It comes back off the keeper. It's Coulter. Comes back outside again, and that's sent over the bar by Daniel Hughes. Wonderful play by Down. Defensive, splitting move. But Tyrone were struggling to try and backtrack fast to avert the danger.
There's the quick one from Coulter. He tried to take the pass and drop it immediately. Got the lovely touch back out to Hughes then, and importantly got a score from it. You want to call it, but
Martin Penrose takes the fray and raises the white flag. Kick out by Brendan McVeigh. Kevin McKernan, son of Brendan, that was on the 1991 Down team that won the All-Ireland. He played right corner back. Breaking ball, picked up here by Dermot Carlin. Gives it to Conor Gormley. Joe McMahon is over there as well. I haven't seen much of Joe because he's been busy marking Benny Coulter. This time he's reversing the roles. He's back into the position more or less that he was selected in the half-forward line, and that is a brilliant point by Joe McMahon, who's adopted the same strategy that he did against Antrim by playing at wing-back or in the half-back line. That is a wonderful score.
Certainly, well, a bit of a mismatch, of course, with Conor McGinn trying to dispossess him. Joel about twice the size.
Peter Hart spreading it over for Sean Kavanagh. Owen Mulligan wants it to be laid off, but Kavanagh has only one thing on his mind, and that is his second point in this Ulster semi-final.
Here's
Fabulous
a bomb.
play.
Oh, fantastic play. Made it all himself. I didn't think he had the chance and just swung at it from this. That's 45 metres plus maybe.
Penrose with the fray. This to level the match in Casement Park. The umpire is going for his flag.
Yeah, there's the swing. There's a 2-point swing from the missed free from Clark, and the execution there from Penrose. Perfect.
All-Ireland minor medalists 0-1. He's a really good footballer. Martin Carlin has gone forward from left corner back. Shows a little bit undecided. Comes as far as Peter Hart. Man in form at the moment. Dermot Carlin, corner back. Cuts it over. He had sneaked forward from a left corner back position, and he kept calling for it. All-Ireland minor medalist back 9 years ago from Killyclar. He can play both defence and attack.
Yeah, did very well. You have to credit Peter Hart too. Peter Hart very comfortable no matter where he pops up.
Didn't connect at all, Mark Poland. That'll Dundrum, corner forward in the 2005 minor team that won the All-Ireland.
Can't see the centre forward Mark Poland when I scan around, and of course he would be the free taker, and now it's McComiskey, so pretty sure that's who he's come in for, Marty.
So Paul McComiskey on at half-time for centre forward Mark Poland. That's on an initial browse of the pitch here. So McComiskey, just introduced, gets his first kick, and that is a pretty impressive performance. Good start for him. Quickly taken by Philip Jordan, down towards Sean Kavanagh. Two players on the overlap. One is Sean O'Neill, Owen Mulligan. Trying to get it inside, down, look exposed, and it's flicked over the crossbar. Colm Kavanagh takes the credit, but quickly, and he has it now. Towards Sean Kavanagh. Elegant footballer. Can win the dirty or clean ball. Nice little dummy by Owen Mulligan. Onto the right boot and over the bar. For his first point in this Ulster semi-final.
What a catch by Kavanagh. The hand pass or the fist pass was way too high, you'd have thought. He controlled it, brought it around. Look at the space he makes here with the little shimmy. And then of course he's so accurate, he'll put it over. Anything
loose around midfield is being snapped up by Tyrone. Over this side is Penrose. Great ball. Onto the left boot. Sailing between the posts. And Tyrone are making it look easy at this stage.
It's like a winning gap unless Down can get a goal.
Vinnie Coulter. Half blocked by Brian McGuigan. Ball is dropped in by Martin Clark. That is a great ball and a great kick by Martin Clark. And perhaps with about 7 minutes to go in this Ulster semi-final, Martin Clark can inspire his team with a point from way out the field. Martin Penrose. James Colgan. Back to Clark. It's a little bit slow, the final ball inside. McKernan. Here's a chance. Oh, McConnell got a hand to it. Fancy stuff, no place right here. Here's McComasky and he puts it over the bar. No, he doesn't actually, he drives it wide.
Oh dear. Two great chances. You'll see Coulter by Clark here. Really good chance, good transfer as well. Inside, this has to be a great chance. I think it's Hughes, but this is the one here. Oh, poor contact. Chips it over and McComasky blazes it wide.
Joe McMahon thought about taking the 45. McGuigan takes it instead. And then takes the responsibility of going forward. Martin Penrose easily beating his man. Here's another point on its way. Penrose, 5 points in Belfast. Tyrone, Ulster final, July 18th against.
Long time to get going, but it might have been pretty at stages, but I suppose the result's all that matters, and we can look forward to the final now.
2 points on the board from about 45-50 minutes of football obviously isn't good enough at this level, especially after the stuff we played for 15 or 20 minutes in the first half. It's really just hard to figure out. We tried changing things and we needed a spark, and we tried to bring men in and change positions, but we just couldn't get a foothold in the game in the second half, and to be honest, they were toying with us near the end.
Toying with them in the end. Pat, you were hugely impressed with Tyrone.
I was. Don't write them off. They're improving with every game. First of all, the first half, absolutely superb game of football. 10 points to 8, Tyrone up. No negativity. Common sense refereeing. Do you know, for the first couple of weeks we were slagging off about the negativity everywhere, and hand passing. Since, don't know, I think they've taken things on board from what we've been saying. But excellent first half. Second half, Down had the wind, 2 points behind. You expected them to kick on, but it was Tyrone that kicked on. And they played their game in the second half on their own terms. You know, they closed out the game, they owned the ball, they played possession football, great support, great movement, and they restricted Down to 2 scores from play in the second half. And
let's have a look, yeah.
Great teams and great players have things that you can't train. Belief, character, leadership, responsibility, not panicking, composure. And you saw all of this in evidence in the second half. 4 points down, Dewar takes leadership, takes on responsibility and kicks a fantastic point from over 40 metres. Followed just after that, and again, they're 3 points down, an individual effort on his own, Sean Kavanagh, 45 metres again, brilliant. But watch this, the third point from Joe McMahon. It shows the versatility. He was brilliant back in defence. He gets the ball 45 metres out, goes on a sole run, brushes off 2 tackles, doesn't go over the line. He's looking up for a player to kick. There's no player available, and what's he do? He turns and kicks the ball over the bar. Absolutely fantastic. That's leadership and responsibility. And this is the second half where they closed out the game and they played possession football. You know, Justin McMahon to Dewar back to Justin McMahon. Look, this is just cool composure. This is playing the game at their own terms. On to Penrose. Penrose goes across the field, you know. It's a ball to Martin Swift. He takes it forward. Now that's Tyrone at their best. And then watch this for thinking outside the box. A 45 metre, and instead of somebody kicking it direct, Brian McGuigan kicks it back. He gets the return pass. He plays the ball into Martin Penrose, takes on the defender and gets the insurance point. Tyrone by 4. That's what you call it. That's lateral thinking or thinking outside the box. And great players and great teams are fellas who can read and adapt to a situation. Like I said, great composure, great belief, great leadership, and they're improving with every game. Don't write them off. We might have been writing them off slightly over the league, but they're getting better and better.
What about Down, Martin?
I was disappointed with Down yesterday, to be honest about it, as they had everything available to them at half-time. They had the wind in their back. They were just a couple of points behind. They played very well. They were scintillating the first 20 minutes of the game. I thought they were getting great ball in the middle of the field. They were dynamic going forward. But Tyrone just strangled the life out of them in the second half. Played the game, as Pat said, at their own pace, at their own tempo, and kept possession. You know, no matter what else, they kept possession. And the use of the ball was outstanding. And one of the things that was there yesterday, it's the first time I've seen Brian McGuigan get a lot of game time, and I thought even though he came on for Stephen O'Neill and has a different, shall we say, thing to give the team than O'Neill, he was outstanding in his use of the ball.
All right, well, augurs well for the rest of the summer with Tyrone back in it. And we're joined also tonight by a very special guest, a man who not only captained his